Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today a showcase of a force I've been building up now for a few months. Something very different to my normal historical wargaming passions. With the launch of Midgard, the rules through Reiswitz Press several months ago from James Morris, and having played a couple of games, I decided I fancied delving into the mythological sector, Greek mythology, Norse mythology, etc. And therefore I wanted an undead army to pit my Vikings or my Greeks against. So this is the beginning, I shall say, of my undead army. Certainly this is Midgard ready, and I hope to add a few other types of units in due course. So let's zoom in and show you what I've got so far. So first of all, disclaimers here, I did not paint all of these. Probably the beautiful ones that you can see are probably the ones I didn't paint, but I did paint a number. So I'm quite proud of how they've come up. I've managed to get everything basing wise to look the same as the ones that I did purchase, but I just wanted to share with you what I think are some really lovely, beautiful figures. These are all 28s. So we've got some skeleton archers and skeleton cavalry with really lovely shields and standards, as you can see there, really gorgeous. There's another unit, I'll come back over here as well, again with a very nice standard, some nice details in there, lovely shields. We've then got the gentleman you've seen on a few of my videos, which was work in progress. This was a 3D cast giant, which has been recruited by the necromancer running this army as the monstrosity for Midgard purposes. And then probably the key champions stroke leaders in the army are these Drur undead warriors, skeletal warriors. And then we come down into the bread and butter, which are the infantry. So we've got some various types of skeletal infantry here, again with some really lovely banners and some really nice looking foot troops. Again, I'll just zoom those ones in the second line there. So we've got 6 units of these foot guys, 2 units of archers, 2 to 3 units of horse, depending on how I divide them up. And then we've got various leaders, champions, etc., which I'll come on to in a moment. We've also got this very nice looking skeletal chariot. I'll just show you that. If I turn that round, some of the detail in there is very, very nice. I believe these are either I think they could be Wargames Atlantic, or they could be old GW plastics, or a combination of. We've got a human heretic there, if that would be the right word. And then we've got some skeletal champions leader type figures here. We've got one over there as well, this gentleman here. He's got a very nice shield, really nice models. We've got a vampire. He looks very upset at the moment. We've got a Medusa at the back. This I believe was a Reaper miniature. I've had that some time, so I've converted that, rebased that so that could fall into this army. And then we've got another figure here. This is a Bifrost figure, which I bought from Warbases, I believe. Nice 28mm. Well, it's called a hag, but I think it will be an undead sorcerer. So we've got a couple of sorcerer necromancer type figures, 2 or 3 sort of unusual monstrosity type figures, some leaders and champions, and of course then the main foot. So what I'd really like to just sort of finish things off in due course is maybe a couple of units of something different, whether that would be more of an undead theme, things like zombies maybe, or ghouls, or possibly even some cultists, or maybe something like goblins. Not sure yet, just got to decide. But as I say, not something maybe I would normally purchase or put together, but I've always fancied delving into the, as I say, the mythological kind of era, Jason and the Argonauts, Sinbad, that kind of thing. And Midgard gives me the opportunity to scratch that itch, and for the first time to build up this undead force, which I hope you like. So I hope you've enjoyed this little overview of something a bit different. Hope you like the figures. As always, appreciate your comments. And I'm hoping to bring you another Midgard showcase very shortly, where I've again been painting and rebasing, particularly converting my Viking armies. I did a showcase of my Vikings pretty early on when I started up my channel, 18 months, 2 years ago. And at that time it wasn't as big as it is now, and it was also very much based with Saga in mind, which I don't really play that much now. And I've kind of moved into the kind of mindset of liking my figures on bigger bases. I think they look more effective than single individual basing. I'm quite happy to still play skirmish type games, but perhaps with counters or markers to show casualties rather than figure removal. So I'll bring you that revised showcase, if that's the right word, of how that's come together. And I'm currently working on a late Roman Romano-British style army. Again, I had the start of one of these armies for games like Dux Britanniarum, but I've been adding to those and expanding and rebasing again with Midgard and other rules in mind. And also I have an Athenian Greek hoplite army coming together as well, in again a big project. I've got to get everything put together and based to the style that I want, but I'm again hoping that will look really good, and again will give me an opportunity of another opponent for this army as well. So hope you've enjoyed just taking a look at what I've put together, and hope to bring you some more material very soon. Hope you're enjoying your gaming weekend, and speak to you soon. Thanks for watching.